from MacArthur. The 14, Melinda Dunn MacArthur. The 15, Janice Salaveo from East. The 16, Michelle Shakespeare from MacArthur. 17, Dimity Whiteman MacArthur. And, of course, they are coached by Mitch Osborne, the manager, Stephanie Sariti. The trainers will be Daniel Clements and Graham Condon. The country women's side, Kiara White, Bankstown. 2, Brooke Walker from MacArthur. The 3, Kayla Vanderfield, Country North. The 4, Jessica Brooks, East. Now, we're going to see 2 number 4s. Nicole Holmes will be on the wing from Bankstown. The 6, Gabrielle Suckling. The 7 from East, of course, Tanae Rutley, Country South. The 8, Marita Shoulders, Country South. 9, Jess O'Brien, Country North. The 10, Casey Gardner, Country North. The 11, Maggie Townsend, Country South. The 12, Eden Stoddard, Bankstown. As both sides run out together. How good's that? The 13, Alana Pommering, East. The 14, Tamara Ebbs, East. The 15, Anya Holstead, Country South. 16, Caitlin Wade, Bankstown. And the 17, Sarah Archer, Country South. Coach Nathan Simpson. Manager Tom Johnson. And the trainers Mark Hutchinson and Ben Anderson. Referee of this game will be Luke Bolton. Touch judges Tom Camborne and Sean Hampstead. 25-minute halves. And we will be underway very shortly in the first clash of 2. New South Wales Police Rugby League representative football alive and well. And it'll be the city side to get things underway. Drills a nice kick. Oh, knocks her over. Kiara White, she gets her first touch of the footy. Shoulders will just roll it into the city defence. As I said, sun is shining after a couple of foggy mornings here in Bathurst the last couple of days. O'Brien looks up, she goes left. Pommering rolls it forward on tackle 3. They go that short side again. More than happy to have a look. Rutley. She gets it on eventually and tackled on the far side. Stoddard after a wonderful tournament in Tamworth. Pommering on the last will play it. 10 shy of halfway to go back to Suckling. Suckling gets a rush kick through, letting it bounce, taking a while to pick it up. Maddie Duncan, but she's met solidly and driven backwards. First touch of the football for City. And McCabe and Townsend. Sorry, it was Townsend and Gardner, of course, drove her backwards. Long pass. Parmenter. She plays it quickly, gets to her feet. We're looking for runners now. Bridge. She's wrapped up quickly, coming across. Maggie Townsend, good defence. They get her to the ground with a little bit of help from Suckling. Townsend takes a while to get to her feet. Jorgensen out of dummy half. On the last, a metre shy of halfway. They have to go in quickly. They do and pick it up. It goes back to Gregory. Gregory gets boot the ball. Walker takes it cleanly. Brooke Walker. White coming in, slices through to White. Duncan coming across, and she get hold of her. She can't. Kiara White looking for the try line and finds it. Slid through on halfway. She had work to do. She came to Maddie Duncan. Duncan couldn't get hold of her, and Kiara White will score first for country. So Kiara White showing her class early. Really opened up the City defence. Be Suckling with the goal kicking duties. On the Bryden's Lawyers scoreboard, 4-0 for country. early in this first half. Suckling doesn't muck around. Puts boot to ball. It's straight. Is it high enough? No, waved. It goes underneath. So waved away. So on the Bryden's Lawyer scoreboard, Country 4 leading City yet to score.
4-0 Country over City.
Coming up on Facebook, no sound. So restart by City. Country, after that wonderful individual try by White. They roll it forward again. Oh, good shot there. Carter involved for City. Underneath Jorgensen. Suckling floating across fields. Fine shoulders. She'll take the tackle as she's wrapped up quickly. City defence jumping in and stopping her. They go the short side. Oh, Townsend looked to pass it and the ball's just slipped out of her hand. So City, this will be their first real opportunity with football in hand. In their danger zone. Rolling it forward. Pamita. Oh, there's a flop there, referee. No, more than happy. He must have been by itself. So she eventually gets to her feet. Good yards. Made by City. They look up. They're only 20 out. Jorgensen finds Carter. Carter rolls it forward. Soren Carter. Jorgensen looks up, 10 out, middle of the field. Ball hits the ground, picked up well by Gregory. She finds McCabe on an underrun. And a penalty, all offside, says referee Burton. So it'll be our first FPOS of the morning as they tap and go. She just picks up McCabe, floating across field, trying to find a gap. She can't. Takes the tackle. Jorgensen gets into dummy half. Fires, links. She goes herself. She had runners outside, took the tackle. Jorgensen slips in there now. Oh, mistake in no problems at all as Links tried to get to her feet and just dropped the ball cold. The referee says no hands. A mistake by City when they look dangerous. So Country reprieve the situation. They'll pack a scrum 10 out from their defensive try line. Taking a while to get to her feet. She eventually does White. Shoulders, straight and hard. Carter drives her back. Quick shift there again for Townsend. Townsend does well. She hangs on to the football this time. Oh no, the referee's calling a forward pass. It did look a rush pass to Townsend. Obviously a little help from the touch judge. It was Brooks who threw the pass. So now City, they trail 4-0 on the Bryden's Lawyer scoreboard. Gregory to feed the scrum. Jorgensen at the back, picks up Gregory, running around. She finds Links. Duncan hits the ball at speed, comes in from into the back line. Some nice work there. Good tackle. Over the top, back to the middle. City go. There's a high tackle there. Referee will put the hand up and penalise. Vanderveld coming across. Just a loose clothesline tackle. Bridge rows one way. She'll go straight now. She just steps off that right and they wrap her up shoulders. Ball and all tackle. Drives her to the ground. She'll play it 8 out on 1. Jorgensen. Back inside they come. A little bit of a mix-up there from the City girls as McCabe. She got an inside pass off Gregory. Bridge again, straight and hard, swings a hand round and will score next to the posts. Kirsty Bridge, dangerous from there, and that's what she did. She just took it on. There was no step this time. She hit the country defence and swung around and locks it up on the Bryden's Lawyers scoreboard. 4-all with a conversion to come. From Nerida Gregory. So Gregory looking to push the City women's side out to a 2-point lead early. 10 gone, first half. Puts boot in the ball, flags are in the air. So City leading 6-4. 14 minutes till the halftime break. So Country with the restart, it'll be Suckling. He puts boot the ball, finds some good meters, finds the grass as it just bounces, picked up. Duncan picks it up, she'll just bring it straight back, beats one. Still rolling forward. Maddie Duncan. City fullback. Oh, she's been hurt in the tackle too. So Duncan, she hasn't got up. Not sure what there, but hurt in the tackle. New South Wales Police Rugby League would like to thank their valued sponsors, Bryden's Lawyers, CrimSafe, Police Bank, T&M Management, Police Association in New South Wales, Dimeo and Fuji Xerox for your continued support of New South Wales Police Rugby League. These City Country games, of course, important. Picking New South Wales sides. The Tri-Series in July, 13, 14, 15 of July at Prizzy Park at the Gold Coast. New South Wales, Queensland and the affiliated states, of course, and good to see Duncan's up. She'll play it now. Jorgensen picks it up in dummy half. Gregory gets it on quickly for Carter. Jorgensen again. This time it's a solid run. They drive her backwards, though. Country defence willing. Some quick ball movement. Salaveo on the field in jersey 15 for City. Jorgens, Gregory looking for runners. They move it quickly, ends up back in the hands of Carter after 3 passes. Dunn was another one involved. She's just come onto the field as well. Links. Puts boot to the ball. She said, I've had enough of this. Puts plenty on it too, but it sits up nicely. Walker and White there. White eventually says, I'll have it, and picks it up, and this time they get to it quickly. A good chase. And plenty of changes, both sides. making some changes to their personnel. Dummy to Townsend and eventually picked up Holstead. Her first touch. Suckling underneath for Townsend. Townsend beats one. Good strong run, Maggie Townsend. Suckling boots the ball. Sits up, bouncing awkwardly, coming through, picked up from Brooks. Brooks, she hangs on it. We're not on the last now. We're on the last tackle. Brooks, as I said, the ball screwed around. So Suckling looks up, puts the little kick through for herself, finds space. She knows Duncan was busy, going back and cleaning it up for City. Jorgensen, she gets a quick pass on. So now City. Jorgensen links back underneath for Carter. So Jorgensen, she this time has her first scoot from dummy half. Makes 10 metres. Gregory steps off that right foot. They come in and eventually get hold of us. Some good defence. Takes 3 country players to bring it to the ground. Links, boot to ball, gets plenty on it. White just waits patiently. The try scorer, the first try scorer of the match, Kiara White, picking up a head of steam here. Jorgensen underneath. A good tackle, just chops it to the ground. Suckling goes to dummy half. Holmes played it. Ebbs at dummy half in jersey 14. Good run, but stopped quickly. Archer. Jersey 17 for country. Ebbs fires it to Suckling. Suckling looks up, puts it high. Coming through, chasing hard is Rutley. Rutley. It's cleaned up nicely, though, and making a few metres. Oh, throws the dangerous pass. Brown did all the hard work, and luckily for a City side, it's gone. One of her teammates picked up the crumbs. Ten minutes left till the halftime break. 6-4 City leading. In the first big clash today, of course, the men's following this at 11:30. Nice little jink out of dummy half. Looked to pass it. Decides to hang on to it. Links. That's what she does. She links up with Gregory. Gregory gives a quick shift. Ends up with Mills. Mills. They look. Townsend looks to drive her in the touch, but she stays in the field of play. Gregory, a rush kick. Sits up, bounces beautifully in the hands of White. Now White will look up. All she can see is City defenders. This time they tackle her and tackle her well. It was a good tackle from Shakespeare. Archer. 5 shy of halfway. On tackle 2. Ebbs. Rutley, an early kick. Bounces, keeps going. Eventually, Brown gets there and cleans it up for City. So an early kick from Rutley. Scoot out of dummy half from Griffin. Hasn't seen a lot of football yet, Dana Griffin. Must admit, during the tournament in Tamworth, she had some speed. Gregory quickly gets it on to Salaveo. Salaveo will play it on 4. Townsend all over the top of it. Referee Burton says, okay, up you get. Gregory pops it on quickly, picks up Parmita. Parmita beats 2. Strong run floating across field. We're on the last now. They'll end up with Gregory. No, they go to the right side with Lynx. Lynx charge down from Wade and does well to clean it up. It's a good effort. It was cleaned up there by Vanderveld after the charge down by Wade for Country. Suckling goes to dummy half, trying to make something happen. She finds Holstead. Holstead back inside for White. Trying to ignite White. Suckling fires the long pass. It's hit the ground. Walker goes back. Referee says does go back now. Walker coming across field. Been driven eventually. City defence driving her backwards. She'll play it 11 away from halfway. Suckling looks up. She can see some metres on that short side. But she takes the tackle. And on the last, Rutley. This time she puts boot the ball. It goes across field. Bounce. Still bouncing. Still on the last. It's going to be wrapped up and cleaned up. It was Jessica Brooks, but she was cleaned up by opposite number in Mills. So now City will play right on halfway. Salaveo. Whiteman to dummy half. Real battle now between these two sides, just trying to sort themselves out. City leads 6-4 on the Bryden's Lawyer scoreboard. Back underneath, it's popped out the back quickly and wrapped up. Whiteman. Gregory looked up, went to go, ball goes backwards. Referee says play on. They move it quickly now. Lynx underneath. They had numbers outside, but Lynx just threw the ball back underneath. Lynx gets a high one. Got Griffin next to her. Ball's thrown out the back. Referee said went back. On the last, some good footwork. Still going, but it'll be a handover. She decided to take the risk, did Michelle Shakespeare. She made a good 15 metres, but eventually wrapped up. So Country, they trail by 2 points on the Bryden's Lawyer scoreboard. Oh, popped out the back. Archer, referee's going to say knock on, so City will get the footy back. 30 out. Five minutes till the halftime break. New South Wales Police Rugby League, City versus Country clashes here from Carrington Park. Gregory. Eventually Mills had to go back quickly. Will she keep it alive? First tackle. She chooses the right option and hangs on to him. Elphinstone to dummy half. Bridge, the try scorer for City. She's wrapped up by shoulders. She's just come back onto the field. Elphinstone, some good footwork at the line. She's tackled 10 out. Parmita. Still going, Parmita. Taylor Parmita, good run. Good talk out there now. Whiteman at dummy half. Which way will they go? She gets it to Bridge. Bridge looking for an early double. And on the last tackle we go. They look up. It goes to Gregory. Gregory for Lynx. The ball hits the ground. Can they keep it alive? They do. Lynx, she's got plenty of numbers out there. Runners everywhere. Gives it on to Griffin, and Griffin's driven into touch as the Country defence comes across. Some great scrambling defence from Country. Repels the City attack. I'm going to play it down injured on the far side of the field. Kiara White from the countryside. Looks like she's okay. She's up and about. So country will get a restart. 5 out from their defensive try line. They trail 6-4 on the Bryden's Lawyer scoreboard. 3 minutes till the halftime break. And now they go back to the for shoulders. That's what she does. She drops them, goes over the top of one City defender. She gets to her feet, 20 away from halfway. Suckling, looking to make something happen. Slices through the gap. Steps, 1, 2. She's got White inside. It's a foot race, and White will grab a double. Gabrielle Suckling, she slipped through the City defence. Hit the ball at speed, came to the fullback. She looked inside and she found Kiara White. And Kiara White grabs a double early for the country women. Taking the score out to 8 points to 6. Kick to come on the Bryden's Lawyer scoreboard. But Gabrielle Suckling did a great job. First time we've really seen her with an opportunity to go through a gap, and that's exactly what she did. And then the fullback, brilliant, backing up. Got a lovely pass from Suckling. And she motored away. Now Gabrielle Suckling looking to grab the extras and take her countryside out to a 4-point lead as we approach the halftime break. Here at Carrington Park, Bathurst. Moves in, flags in the air, no problems at all. Country 10. City 6.
Conversion successful from Gabby Suckling. 10-6 to country.
So City with a restart. Taken nicely from White. And there comes that truck as it hits Carrington Park, which means it's half time here in this women's City versus Country clash. And it'll be the Country girls leading 10 points to 6 after 2 tries to the Kiara White, a conversion to Gabby Suckling, and a try to Kirsty Bridge for the City, and conversion by Nerida Gregory. And we'll go to the break. 10 points to 6. Back with all the second half action shortly. Start talking. Welcome back to Carrington Park for the second half of this New South Wales Police Rugby League City versus Country women's clash, and at the halftime break, courtesy of a try late into the first half, it was her second try. Kiara White. It's the Countryside leading 10 points to 6 at the break. And it'll be Country to get us underway through Gabrielle Suckling. Boot to ball, drives it, hit low. Lynx waits for it. Carter back on the field. Soren Carter, of course, involved in that memorable New South Wales Rugby League Harvey Norman Premiership clash for the Mounties, getting over the top of the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs 1-0. So now City, Shoulders and Townsend drove back. Parmeter brought to the ground quickly, but it's a solid run again. Bridge trying to make something happen for a City side. As the Country defence comes over the top and puts it to the ground. Gregory dummies underneath one way and then eventually goes to the outside where she picks up Mills. Mills flirting with that touchline, but we're going to say referee Burton saying high tackle. So it'll give him another shot early in this second half. They'll have the tap restart, 40 out. McCabe. Parmeter goes across sideways, but solidly hit. Gardner still keeps finding her feet, though. Plays it quickly, goes back to the middle for Bridge. Bridge winding up. Stoddart underneath. Suckling over the top. Over the top for Gregory. Gregory got Lynx outside. Short pass for Elphinstone, but an ankle tapping tackle. Good tackle around the legs. Slicing through Griffin. Griffin still going. Driven into touch. He passed it off. So some enterprising play from the City side early in this second half. Just pulls up short. And Jemima Brown was driven into touch. Now it's Country's turn to bring it out of their danger zone. Their first touch of the footy in this second half. White. Griffin bounced out of the tackle. They come to short side, wanting a run and run underneath. They get it, they keep it alive. Goes back to Rutley. Rutley this time hangs onto the footy after she got the pass back from Stoddard. Suckling just bounced off that right foot, still going. She could have got her hands free, could have been dangerous. O'Brien. Rutley a dummy half. Not sure if they heard the call there. Suckling hits the ball at speed and then eventually has to push the rush kick through and does a good job. Blocks them. Tara Lee blocks them on the field now for City. And in the fullback role. Mills. Both sides, their defence has been very, very willing. A little dummy throws the pass. Lynx picks up the loose pass. Tries to get through the tackle. And eventually they bring it to the ground. Bridge coming across. And making the tackle was O'Brien. City side now trying to make something happening. Gregory plays it. Links out a dummy half. Referee not happy with the play the ball. It'll be a handover to the Country side. They lead 10-6. On the Bryden's Lawyers scoreboard, that was the halftime score. Marita's shoulders just looks like she might have copped one on the nose and a cold Bathurst morning. That's not handy. So White will feed the scrum. The countryside, it's picked up at the back by Rutley. Back to White, who picks up Suckling. Suckling gets through one, still going. Rutley, Townsend through the dummy, beat one, flirting with that touchline on the hillside. Eric Carrington and does well. Stays in the field of play. O'Brien quickly picks up Rutley in turn gives it on to Stoddard. Country making some valuable yards here in this set. Holstead. O'Brien in the dummy half. Which way will she go? She comes to the open. They move it quickly. Suckling throws the dummy. Had Gardner inside. White on the outside, but takes the tackle. They'll look for White. White spinning out of one, spinning out of two, and grabs a hat trick. There was nothing on then. Kiara White, but she danced through the dummy.
Third try today to Kiara White.
And Kiara White grabs her third try of the morning. And it's pushed her countryside out to 14 points to 6 on the Bryden's Lawyers scoreboard. Suckling. About 10 metres to the left hand upright. Just waiting on a tee. Referee Burton eventually blows time off as the tee eventually gets there. So a handy little lead here for Country. Still 17 minutes left of this match. But 14 points to 6. 8 points could become 10. Suckling moves in. No problems and slow. It's just waved. It just thought it was going to slice through, but conversion unsuccessful. So on the Bryden's Lawyers scoreboard, 14 points to 6. In this women's Country versus City clash.
Conversion unsuccessful, 14-6 Country.
Once again, big shout out to New South Wales Police Rugby League sponsors, Bryden's Lawyers, CrimSafe, Police Bank, TNM Management, Police Association of New South Wales, DIM-EO and Fuji Xerox. Thank you for your valuable support of Police Rugby League here in New South Wales. It's in our Country after the third try from Kiara White. Nice little run out of dummy half there, Jess O'Brien. Suckling finds Gardner. So is Holstead, on that strong run. Anya Holstead, of course, in jersey 15. Suckling, early kick. And it's a nice kick. Slices through, might be too big. She's going to have to go back, blocks him. Playing with that touch. I think she might have run it in a touch. She has in dead ball. She's gone over the dead ball line, unfortunately. Got there a bit quicker than what she thought. Tara Lee blocks him, so it'll be a dropout. Drop out from the City side. Gregory with the duties for City. Drills it, keeps it low. Went to pick it up from Pommering. Did the right thing. Just lets it go backwards now. Holstead had the hand free. O'Brien. O'Brien looks up. Finds a runner. Pommering. They go back to the open. Gardner doing a bit of ball playing. Finds Suckling. Suckling in turn. Hits Townsend. Suckling out of dummy half. Scooting. Still going. She nearly had the hands free. She did. She pops the pass. Can Rutley hang on to it? She did indeed. So Townsend out of dummy half. Tries to drive it forward. Referee is more than happy. He was on the spot. And Maggie Townsend will grab the 4 points for the country team. It looked like there was bodies everywhere. That's all she was going to do, Maggie Townsend. That was the intent. Straight in a dummy half. And it pushes the country women's to an 18-6 lead on the Bryden's Lawyer scoreboard. Got to change your goal kicker. So Jess O'Brien, the conversion attempt of the Townsend try, hits it nicely, flags in the air. And that's taking it out now, country on the Bryden's Lawyer scoreboard, 20 points to 6. After they led 10-6 at half time. So once again, City with the restart. Gregory White takes it on the full, looks up. She'll find Gardner. Gardner rolls it back in. Solid defence, though. Good work. She eventually gets to her feet. O'Brien looks up, finds Archer. Archer still rolling along the ground. Bridge holds her down for as long as she possibly can. Holstead, Bridge working hard out of the marker position. O'Brien, Suckling. White pops the pass up for Brooks. Brooks does well, stays in the field of play. She'll play it 2 metres in from touch on that hillside here at Carrington Park. Last tackle now to go to Suckling. Suckling once again. Boot to ball. Gets plenty on it. Brown, the bounce is nice. Jemima Brown, but they get up and there's country defenders everywhere. Good chase from Vanderveld. Gregory beats one. Holstead says, come here, and throws her on her back. Gets up, didn't like the tackle. Elphinstone trying to make something happen. She keeps it alive. Jorgensen now, room to move. Solid tackle. Gardner coming across. Shake, rattle and roll that one. But the referee says it was a little bit high from Casey Gardner. City starting to get a little bit of urgency in their play. They trail by 14 points. 10 minutes left. Griffin, she just does the F-poss and taps and goes. Referee Burton not happy. Touch judge Hampstead, flags in the air, says you better do it again. And this time she punches the pass out quickly to Shakespeare. Jorgensen. Salavayor, solid tackle. Ball's released. What about the tackle from Archer? Chopped her, turned her over, and the ball goes loose and Country get it back. Boys are there, they're the same. No changes anyway, I think. Yeah. So now a penalty for the Countryside, and all of a sudden they'll look up. Maggie Townsend drives it forward. Scored the last try for the Countryside. She'll play it. 30 out. Goes back to Brooks on that short side. Suckling. Gardner. Suckling, the general of this Countryside. She rolls them around now. Archer. Oh, there's Bridge. There's a battle. Bridge comes across and hits Archer. In a solid contact, Suckling got runners, finds White. White, this time they wrap her up and wrap her up well. On the last tackle, in the dummy half goes Ebbs. Suckling fires a long pass and it hits Brooke Walker on the chest. And Walker will score in the corner. But what about the pass from Suckling? She looked up, she saw Walker out there, throws the pass. And Country lead 24-6. In what's been a dominant second half. So Suckling with a tough conversion attempt. O'Brien says, I've got one from one, that'll do me. So Suckling, she brings it back a long way. Doesn't muck around with it. So conversion unsuccessful. On the Bryden's Lawyers scoreboard, 6 minutes till full time. Here in our first clash of the day, it's Country 24 leading City 6. Here's a short kick-off from Gregory. They clean it up nicely. O'Brien just takes the time, picks it up. Gregory is just putting the kick through. Short one, short kick-off, but what it's done now, all of a sudden, it's just giving Country the footy in good field position. They play it 10 away from halfway. Shoulders. Plenty of runners. Shakespeare and Salavayor involved in the tackle, and Carter came over the top. Get over halfway. Eventually they let her play the football. It was Caitlin Wade. Kick might be too deep this time. It's rolling, and rolls over the dead ball. So City will get a much-needed 7-tackle set with plenty of work to do in this final 5 minutes. Country coach Nathan Simpson looking pretty happy down there on the sideline with his manager Tom Johnson. Job done. And trainers Mark Hutchinson and Ben Anderson. Archer tried to go low. She bounced out of the tackle. Mills it was. It was a strong carry from Mills. Archer tried to go low, which is the right thing to do. Long pass now. Done. Tries to get to her feet. The defensive Vanderveld. Just going to make Dunn go back. Vanderveld will stay at marker. Salaveo dummies underneath for Griffin. Links. Carter stepped off that left. Just drives it forward. Jorgensen finds Links. Links to Gregory. Gets it on to Mills. Mills eventually does keep it alive. It comes back for Gregory. Elphinstone it was who took the quick pass. Now back to Jorgensen on the last tackle. She puts boot to ball. Goes in the air. Still bouncing around. Links. What have we got, Country? Might be a knock on both ways here. It is indeed. It'll be a scrum. Oh, it's a handover. Yeah, it was a knock on first from City. From Links, and then Country knocked it on. So a handover to Country. 12 out from their defensive try line. 3.5 left. The Shoulders just picks it up out of dummy half, through the dummy, and just rolls it forward. Walker. Oh, ball hits the ground. Plenty of people looking at each other as Brooks has to go back, picks it up. That one in jersey falls Nicole Holmes. White. This time they wrap her up. She scored 3 for the day. Shoulders once again just throws that dummy, takes the tackle and says, that's enough for me. They'll look to Suckling. She gets it, puts boot to ball again and puts plenty of it on there. It's a good kick coming across. They did well, Brown. And blocks them. Oh, referee's going to say high tackle. High tackle from Ebbs. On Bloxham. Bloxham will just do an F-post and just restart quickly. She'll look up. Elphinstone. Elphinstone keeps it alive for Jorgensen. Jorgensen, half a yard. Suckling comes and drives it to the ground. Links. Salaveo had the palm there, but coming across from marker was Suckling again and caused the mistake as she hit the ground. So it's been a strong second half from this Country side. They led 10-6 on the Bryden's Lawyers scoreboard at half-time. And they've really gone on with the job in the second half. And if we roll into the final 90 seconds, some good footwork there from Vanderveld. Vanderveld still going is Vanderveld. Carter has to come and eventually bring her to the ground. They're looking to finish strongly. Out of dummy halves goes Ebbs. She might have landed on her knee just then. There's a fair bit of distress straight away from Tamara. Forward to Tamara Ebbs. Just repeating, there will be a presentation ceremony straight after this game. And that will lead us into the men's at 11:30 a.m. And the New South Wales Police Rugby League City versus Country. Sides will go toe to toe. New South Wales side selected to go to the Gold Coast in July, 13, 14, 15 for the Australian Police Tri-Series, New South Wales, Queensland and affiliated states. So as I said, it was 10 points to 6 at half time. Kiara White has grabbed 3 tries for this countryside. The other being Maggie Townsend. And Brooke Walker. So some concerns for Ebbs, but she's up on her feet. They'll bring her off the field. It did look like a leg injury when it happened. So she'll slowly make her way off the field. The referee Burton blows time on. Archer. Grab by Carter. And Palmetto. Shoulders. She'll just drive it forward, go straight at Carter, and Carter's up to the job. Salavea comes in as well over the top. They go to the right, Suckling, the general. Back under knife, a nice little run around play with Townsend. Back inside now, it was Brooks who kept it alive. And Holmes will get up. Play it now, Archer, they're going to let the ball talk on the last. More than happy as it goes through their hands. Rutley looks through, finds the gap, and she'll finish off the day beautifully for this countryside. But some good ball movement. It was a hot potato. And here's the truck.
For the country team. (28-6) will kick the count.
So Tanara Rutley with that late try makes it 28 points to 6. It'll be Jess O'Brien with the conversion attempt. Flags in the air. That'll punch it out to 30 points to 6 full time. And the country women's side.
30 to 6 over the city team. Congratulations, country, on the well-deserved win. 3 years straight. And a good game.
So the country side there 3 years in a row. And they've run out winners 30 points to 6. As I said, the presentations will be on. And then we'll be back for the men's at 11:25. But stay and watch the presentations and the player of the match. Yes, just as we look at the ladies before the presentation, we did have a switcheroo in that game. Jess O'Brien for country was in jersey 7. And Tanae Rattler was in jersey 9. So a little switcheroo, but they didn't tell us all about. But at the end of the day, a good win there for the country side with O'Brien scoring that late try to ice the game for the country side. They make it 3 in a row, and you can just see now both men's sides warming up at the moment in readiness for their clash. It'll kick off at 11:30. Turn me off. Turn me off.
Well, what a great game of football there, ladies. Excellent game, great skill level, and country there just a little bit too strong in the end, 30-6. Really good game. I'll just ask Sandra Lachlan, who this trophy's named after. She's going to say a few words and say the player of the match. Thanks, Sandra.
Great game out there, ladies. Some awesome hits, some great defence and some awesome running. Congrats to both coaches for putting the teams together. It was a really good game. Like, really enjoyed watching that. Player of the match is from the country. She was all over the park, attack and defence. Gab Suckling.
Firstly, thanks to all the sponsors and everyone at New South Wales Police that's put this on. Like 3 years ago, obviously girls couldn't be here, so without all the sponsors and everything, we wouldn't be here. Thanks to Nerida and City's coach and all their staff and all the girls. I don't think that City Country Police is probably my favourite footy playing. It's just, there's so many good girls across the park, and it's awesome to come here in Bathurst and play against each other. Thanks to Simo, Tommy, Hutch and Benny and all the staff at Country, especially Simo. Last 3 years he's been responsible for all of this and why we've gone 3 years in a row now. And also to all the girls, he played all unreal up at Tamworth. To come here and do it again is pretty awesome. I'm so happy to be playing for Country. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Well deserved. Representative from the city, coach or captain? Nerida.
First of all, thank you to the committee, the sponsors for coming out today, and everyone who came out to watch. I know it was a bit of an early game. Thanks to the Country girls. Like I said before, it was a really awesome, hard-hitting game, and every year the standard just lifts. This footy's my favourite footy to play, and that's why, because we're all a great bunch of girls and we all get along. To my team, thanks for a great 3 days. I know the coaching staff, Mitch, Conda and Steph, have put so much work into us, and you know, we didn't get the win, but we need to hold ourselves high, come back again next year. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Nerida. Simo, or someone want to come forward and say a few words?
First and foremost, to the city and Mitch and your team, great game of footy today. You've really stuck it to us. You're always tough. Commiserations on the loss, but I know next year you'll come back bigger and better. Thanks to everyone that came today. Really appreciate the support. Police footy is on the up and up, and it's great to see some faces in the crowd supporting it. I know we get some good support in the live stream as well. To my girls, I was very emotional at the start of the day in the sheds, and you went out and did the job like the girls have done in the past. I'm so proud of you. I've got a lot of love for you. So does all the coaching staff. And we're on our way to a dynasty, and I love you so much, and thank you. Let's do it again next year.
Yeah, thanks, Simo. All right, Captain, you want to come and get the trophy? The Gregory Lachlan Cup. Some photos? Thank you, ladies. Well played again.